On how to enjoy the autumn outdoors. One by foot in Concord, the other afloat on the Essex River. You only get one chance a year to watch the drama unfold at the North Bridge in Concord. But if your imagination is tuned in, you can feel it any time you visit this historic site.
As the Americans came down the hill, the British retreated over the bridge to this side of the bridge. And there were warning shots fired at the Americans. The Americans returned the fire, and a firefight of about 2 minutes occurred.
Dr. Joel Andrews is so passionate about Concord's history, he began his own tour company 4 years ago, and even wrote his own historical guide to revolutionary Boston, detailing hour by hour the beginnings of the Revolution. And he also practices what he preaches, leading 2-hour walking tours every weekend around his hometown.
I think Concord is a really unique place because most places like, say, Gettysburg or the Alamo, one thing happened in history. Here you have a whole chronology of events that occurred from the Indians to the Revolution to the Renaissance, the authors, to what's going on today.
For many visitors, taking in a little American history is a perfect way to take in the fall foliage, especially on a not-so-picture-perfect day.
We've been through Vermont and New Hampshire coming down here, and the colors were just beautiful. A little bit ahead of here, but this is lovely.
Concord is a wonderful place to visit.
And in town, Andrews can turn a stroll down a single block into a fantastic journey through time. Here is the spot where in 1635, the British purchased 6 square miles of land from the Indians. Next door at Wright's Tavern, following the battle at the North Bridge, wounded British troops took refuge before retreating to Boston.
Well, they mended the wounds of the men who were wounded, and I'm sure they tippled a bit as well, because after all, Wright Tavern was a tavern at the time. I just enjoy being able to concentrate all this knowledge and being a host to the people who come to Concord from all over the country and all over the world.
If natural history is your thing, this is also the perfect time to explore coastal waterways, and the kayak could be the perfect way to get close to nature.
Here's it looks like a great egret just lifting off of the marsh here to the left.
Where the motorboats can't go, we can go, and you can get a lot closer to some of the wildlife, where you can sneak up on them in through these little openings here with your dead ends, so it doesn't really matter if you're in a kayak and you go up there and you get stuck, you can just pull off.
The summertime hustle-bustle of this once busy waterway is long gone. In its place, a serene sanctuary for those willing to dress warmly and slip into a kayak.
Boat traffic calms down. The motorboats just stay in port or are being pulled out of the water this time of year, so it's sort of a special place because it's a private place and there's nobody else around, and it's quiet and pretty peaceful and pretty nice.
There'll be pockets of these birds every once in a while. It's always a treat to come around a corner and get a great blue heron.
Or 2, or 3, or 4 great blue herons. This time of year, 150 species of birds pass through the area on their annual migration, giving visitors a rare glimpse into their autumn ritual.
This time of year, they're all frantic getting ready for their migration, so they need to feed, and so they're pretty active.
The marsh is just beginning to show its golden color, and seaside trees are the last to turn, so procrastinating leaf peepers can still find foliage at the shore. And if you think you are too young or too old to consider giving kayaking a try, think again.
I've had a 90-year-old man who walked the Appalachian Trail 3 times. He came for his 90th birthday to come paddling, and he did very well.
And even on a brisk, cloudy day, there's something special about paddling out to a place you can call your own, even if only for a few hours. And if it looks like fun to you, you can find more information on all of these ideas on our website, thebostonchannel.com. Chronicle will be back after this break.